Don't just say this is about thoughts and prayers right now. These kids were literally praying.
That was Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, who joins us now. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us. I totally agree with you. Tell us anything more that you know about the shooter, the plan for this, and what happened inside the church.
What happened was obviously an unspeakable tragedy, but how many times have you heard politicians say exactly that and then nothing changes? Thoughts and prayers, they are certainly welcome, but they are not enough. We have to be taking the next step, and right now, obviously, we've got a city that is united in grief, but moreover, we have a city that is united in action. We are, of course, wrapping our arms and giving every ounce of love we have to these families that have just experienced the most horrific moment of their entire lives. And you have a whole lot of people that are saying this needs to be the change right now so that this doesn't happen in another couple months and a couple months after that. Think of these kids not just as somebody else's kids. Think of them as your own kids. Think how you would feel. Understand how deeply personal this is, and when you kiss your kids goodbye this morning, you shove them a packet of applesauce, you try and get their shoes on. These little kind of annoyances are also these beautiful moments, and you should have the assurance that your kid is able to get home safely.
So I want to ask about the change that is needed. What exactly? But first, any word on the survivors? There were a lot of people who were injured. Any update on the situation on the ground there?
The general update is, look, this was horrific, and it could have been even worse. If it weren't for these heroic teachers and the faculty from the school, other kids that were literally placing their bodies on top of younger kids. And of course, our police officers and the law enforcement that ran towards danger when so many of the rest of us would have run in the other direction. Thankfully, there are a number of kids that are healing and that are getting better. And tragically, still, we have 2 kids that were killed, and those families are forever changed.
So what is the action that you think politicians need to take in light of what has happened here and what happens in schools and public areas across the country right now? Mass shootings are an almost daily occurrence.
I'm a mayor, and I operate in the reality business. And the reality is that we have more guns in America than we have people. The reality is that we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine before the person even needs to reload. The reality is that these guns make their way into cities across America by the trunk load, and it's terrifying. And so, look, we need an assault weapons ban nationwide. We need to have this high-capacity magazine ban. And finally, if the federal government isn't going to act or states aren't going to act, give us the ability to protect our constituents at home. Give mayors and council members the ability to protect in Minneapolis, 435,000 residents that call Minneapolis home and the many more that come and go. We need to stand up for the safety of every one of these kids and do it out of love. Don't do it out of hate. There's more than enough hate out there. Do it out of love for our children.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, thank you very much for coming on the show. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon, and we will be praying for your city. Thank you. And coming up at the top of the hour, Ana Cabrera will speak with the Minneapolis Chief of Police, Brian O'Hara.